And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's your favorite homegirl, E. Reed, your favorite host who loves to smile the most. I'm back, y'all. And you know what? I want y'all to sit back, relax, turn it up, and check this out. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's your favorite homegirl, E. Reed, your favorite host, loves smile the most, right here back on Reality Radio. Presents Binge and Rewind. That's right. This is the episodes where I binge and rewind and I give y'all my reviews and opinions on the shows and movies that I watch. And I thank y'all for joining me. Thank you. All right, so this is part 3 of for the Kevin Hart series that's on Netflix. Each episode is about 24 to 30 minutes, and there's 6 episodes altogether. So this is 3, so we're halfway done. And it wasn't super interesting because, like I said, then in the part 1 video or radio segment, I had already said that I have his book that he came out with, I think about a year or so ago. And I do audiobooks, so I've already heard the book. The book is it's written by him and it's spoken in his, by him. He's the one reading it. So I got a lot of what's in these 6 episodes I already knew for the most part, except for maybe a little bit of stuff. Okay, but that's neither here nor there, and I'm rambling now. Right now, we're talking about episode 3 of the Kevin Hart series, and this episode is actually entitled "What Happens in Vegas." Now, I know I didn't give y'all the episode titles in the last 2, but y'all know the episode titles because they in the title themselves. But this is episode 3 that is entitled "What Happens in Vegas," and of course, as you can tell from the title, that this is about when he got caught cheating on his wife, Nikko, and who he was caught by. Okay, so let's get right down to it. Nikko is his wife, and she says as the episode begins that she is still in pain. Okay, and it appears she is still in pain. I mean, the way she talked about, like she wasn't crying and everything, or she was crying a little bit, but you can tell that it still hurts her. It still bothers her. I mean, it was a major embarrassment. Like, you married one of the most recognized, high-leveled, A-list celebrity, movie, comedian actors of our time right now, and then he cheats on you, and it goes viral. I'm just saying, I would be extremely embarrassed too, because who doesn't know Kevin Hart? Who doesn't know Kevin Hart? Now, this is what I found interesting. Kevin, as much as he didn't want to be like his father and he vowed to not be like his father, he still ended up being like his father. He may not have left his kids after his divorce with Tori, but he still embarrassed his wife like his father embarrassed his mother with having all of them kids, which is probably one of the reasons why she kicked him out, other than the crack. I'm just saying. And let's see what else. He used... Oh, this is what I thought about as I was writing my notes and watching. When you think about it, she has to relive that pain of embarrassment that her husband cheated on her and it went viral. And she has to relive that every single time that one stand-up special that he did gets aired or somebody watches it or whatever, because he talks about the infidelity. He just puts it out there and he turns it into a joke. He takes her personal pain and embarrassment and turns it into his lifestyle joke. And I just thought that was so insensitive and inconsiderate, which I don't even know if she has even looked at it in that stance. But I know for sure he hasn't, because anybody who's going to adamantly cheat anyway ain't thinking about nobody else's feelings but their own. But like I said in episode 1, Kevin already comes off as arrogant, narcissistic, and vain. So with that being said, I can't be too surprised that he would take the personal pain that he inflicted on somebody else, and in order to make his own peace with it and make it appear as if, quote unquote, appear that he has taken responsibility for his actions and has grown from it, I'm going to turn this into a joke and continuously embarrass my wife. Okay? Regardless if he execute the joke, great, and it's funny, and the punchline is on point, he's still indirectly and directly being inconsiderate and insensitive to his wife based on the trauma that he caused his family. I'm just saying. Let's sit with that for a second. Okay. So let's see here. Then we go forward to, with his friends. Oh my goodness. So this is what really got me riled up. I was talking to my cousin about this the other day when I was at her house, because I was talking about how I couldn't get past, I think 4 episodes or whatever of the Kevin Hart. I think like by episode 4, I had turned it off because I was just over it. But this is episode 3, so I'll talk about that later. But this is what bothered me in part of this, in episode 3, is the fact that he got busted, right? The video went viral, and because he was too embarrassed by his own actions and didn't want to face the questions that was going to be coming from all media outlets, he decided to bring his friends on board and hide behind his friends, which is why there was that one moment in time where everywhere he went, he had his partners and he called them the Plastic Cup Boys. That's where that came from. Now, that when I say there were certain things in the book that I didn't know about, that was one of them. I knew about his boys and where they came from, and now, they his team and everything like that. Excuse me, but I wasn't sure why his friends kept going around with him on interviews, and now I know. He wanted to hide behind his friends, and sadly to say, his friends are enabling him. I'm sorry. His friends are enabling him. Now, mind you, the way the story goes is that his friend, he called his partners on a Thursday night, asked them to go to Vegas on a Friday. All of his partners got, real lives at home and can't just be upping and bouncing, which Kevin shouldn't have been doing anyway. He married with kids and he's still up and bounced. Okay. But he went without his team, and he went with a group of people where he thought he could still trust them because they all roll with each other. Also being one of them being the friend that recorded him that he's known for 15 years. Okay. He wasn't a part of the Plastic Cup Boys, but it was a friend that he said he known for 15 years. So fast forward the tape, they all getting litty or whatever like that, at the club and everything. And next thing you know, one thing lead to another, as we all know, and he gets recorded. Okay, and Nikko gets a message. She gets a DM talking about how she got this, somebody got this video. They send her the video, and then she hits over. She contacts Kevin, and all like that. And what's so crazy to me is that you made this, you did this, Kevin did this all by himself, and yet it's somebody else's fault. Nobody else catches that. I'm sorry. Where's the self-accountability for your actions? Just because you apologize and say I made a mistake. No, cheating more than once is not a mistake. It's not. That's a decision. That is a behavior. So again, you're a lot like your father. You might not do crack, but your drug of choice is your work. Your drug of choice is your work, because your work gets in the way of you spending time with your family. Your work gets in the way of you living a healthy lifestyle to create a balance between work and your home life. Okay? That's your drug of choice, because you're neglecting the other things that are important in your life. And that is what addiction does. It blocks you from paying attention and focusing and taking care of the responsibilities that allow you to have a balanced life, because you're so focused on the addiction. So again, you are like your father. Sorry to say. Just saying. Let's see. The other thing that I thought was interesting is that Oh, he said, what did I put here? Let's see. Oh, he said his bestie betrayed him. That's what he said. His best friend betrayed him. And he looks at it as if, like, the way he describes the whole infidelity and getting busted and putting it out there is that he's a victim. He makes it seem like he's a victim when really, in my opinion, it's instant karma. It's instant karma. Like, you shouldn't have did what you did. So, and the cold part is that if his friend never would have extorted him for money and, with the recording, he never would have told his wife he cheated on her. He never would have told her that. So let's keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? He never would have told her that. So she still would have been in the dark, married, being happy-go-lucky, while some chick in Vegas got banged by Kevin Hart. I'm just saying. And the way girls be clout, not just girls, but people just be clout chasers, I don't put it past her where, she probably would have slipped a selfie or, something like that to prove that he and her were together in Vegas at that time and still wouldn't try to send it to a Nikko. I'm just saying, I don't put nothing past nobody, okay? But I just thought it was interesting that Kevin really didn't want to, take accountability for his actions and made it seem like this was just a giant mistake. Like, oops, I stepped in boo-boo and I tracked boo-boo in the house. Like, no, that's not what happened. No. You had sex with a whole person. Like, you had a whole nother sexual interaction with somebody. That's not a mistake. There's so many details and actions that go into having sex before you actually have sex that you have ample opportunity to say no. I'm just saying. So I'm not buying it. I ain't buying what Kevin's selling. Are y'all buying it? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's all I got for y'all for episode 3. I told you some of these episodes, I didn't write a lot of notes because I was just like, I was looking at it like, whatever. So yeah. So I got episode 4 coming up next, and then episode 5 and episode 6. And then we will be done. So I appreciate y'all listening to me. I appreciate y'all joining me. If you are watching this on Reality TV on YouTube, thank you. Make sure you hit subscribe and you like or dislike. And make sure you definitely comment. And I appreciate y'all. You talk, I talk back. And when it comes to if you listen to me on any other audio platform like Spotify, Spreaker, Apple, Google Play, like wherever you find reality radio, like I'm here for it. Anchor, all of that good stuff. So thank you for joining me. I'm E. Reed, your favorite host who loves to smile the most. This is Reality Radio presents Binge and Rewind, and I'm out. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.